Hello again, everyone. Hopefully you didn't miss too much with your interim between streams, because we have now arrived at probably the apex of the game. So, with that in mind, let's go back to the sea with a young friend and find out what new purpose awaits us. Because, boy, are we in for an endeavor. Because last time you were with me, we just got ourselves the Master Sword. We learned about the Triforce, Tower of the Gods, our chosen purpose. And we may have also let loose an entire horde of Darknuts and Moblins. So we gotta deal with that now. But what's gonna be the problem here? Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But how bad is it really gonna be anyways? Okay. I'm gonna find the opening. Hoping I get trampled by a bunch of enemies. Nope, no sword for you. Also, having them fight each other is also nice. Hey! A little slowed down, but we can make it work. Could be worse. Take them on one at a time. As well as possible, at least. I mean, you could also aggro them all at once and just hope they fight each other, but that's a little more dangerous. Fine. I don't know how many Darknuts and Moblins that are on. I think it's. I want to say it's 10 and 10, because there's also the upper levels as well that I have to deal with too. Oh, that brings up a good question. How many of these do I have? In 5. few more if I'm going to get what Master Orca has planned for me. Man, hit me in the face as I jumped attacked him. Jumped attacked? Jeez. English is difficult, guys. But that wasn't already prophesied enough. Alright, now the ones on the upper deck. We'll go this way. I want you to sweep at me. Thank you. Would have been really interesting if I ended up jumping over the rail. The last three. Just punched his buddy in the face. Ow! Alright, I deserve that. Alright, after about 10 minutes or so, we got out of that. I'm gonna pull this a little closer. There we go. Alright. Darken. At long last, our preparations are complete. You must return to me so that we can use by the same path that brought us here. Time has come to save our sister from her prison in the Forsaken Fortress. Hurry! Yup. Alright. Out we go. So it is, and so it shall be. Can we ascend? Let's see what happens. Hold on, let's... Because there are a couple things I want to do I want to do now before we get ourselves embedded in other things. Because I want to meet with Cyclos, now that we have the bow. And I also want to see if we can grab the biggest wallet. At least to get ourselves invested, because given what we're going to be doing, or we're going to need to do late game, we're going to need who knows how many rubies. Let's see if we can at least get one of those. This is going to be a long trip. Hey, speaking of... Perfect timing, buddy. Foolish creature who does not fear the gods, to the end of the sea with you. Let the winds of Cyclos' wrath blow you away. So you think. Aim this right. There it is. Okay. Nicely done. That's a heck of an army you got there. And what an eye. No one's ever been able to spot me in there before now. You obviously have a Master of the Air, and now that we've established you are quite the Wind Waker, let's see if you can handle this. Learn the Ballad of the Gods. Ballad of Gales. Wahoo! In the hands of a Wind Waker like you, my adorable little cyclones will be as happy as can be. You need to move like the wind over ocean deeps. Over the ocean deeps, just call on my cyclones. Well, I guess I head home for now. See you on down the road. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. Let's go a bit of a diagonal point. Because I want to stop on the way to Forsaken Fortress at one of the fairy fountains. Get the max wallet upgrade early enough that we can start opening more chests, getting more drops, and, you know, saving up for a lot of money. Because like I said in one of the previous parts, I want to do the all the sunken treasure chests and all the island hopping in the interim, but I don't want to slow the part down. I may actually just spend an entire part one day just doing all the backtracking and quests. But that'll be when I, have to start actually searching under the sea for stuff. So. Excuse me. I wish I had the speed sail from the Wii U variant of this. But I'm committing, so I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I should probably stop at the submarine on the way out, too. Mr. Bouncy. Mailbox. Good evening. Letters, we have one. Here's a letter. How are you doing? Do you have enough granny soup? Where are you now? You may be closer than I suspect. Are you hungry? You keeping warm? You've been injured yourself, have you? You always work so hard. You have enough rupees? Your grandma doesn't have a lot, but I'm sending you everything I've saved up. As long as you and I have you and I cannot remember how to pronounce her name. I'm apologizing. Rill? I don't need anything else. I just want the two of you to return home safely. Love, Grandma. It may not be much, but it still means a lot. So, take it and go. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. You can now carry more rupees, now you can hold to 5,000. Yeah. Now we're set for a while. We don't need anything else. Not yet, anyways. Alright, we'll put these on. And now we can turn the wind westward. Why did you decide you wanted to short roll it? He decided he wanted to stop his roll halfway through his step. Timing was off. Tries again. Who hit who, I wonder. Got it, okay. Not hitting my head on the roof, not doing that. timing of these are all out of sync. Alright, up we go again. Did he hit another one on the way out? I think this is, and maybe this is just me, because I'm bad at these ropes. Anybody else think these rope instigations, the rope, well, no. So a lot of the later games do this relatively well. Actually, that's a better question. Does this mechanic get reproduced in the later games? Anybody know? Because I think for the princess they only do it a couple of times, but I don't remember where else it happens in the series. Maybe Skyward Sword? Again, I'm not remembering these very well. Brain is having a short circuit moment. The treasure chart. Now to get out of here without getting caught. Without getting moided. Then that happens. Alright, back to our normal journey. Back to the sea where it is calm and peaceful and nothing's trying to murder us. Somebody cut when I'm eating my own words because of what I said. Explosive barrels. Please don't. Thank you. Remember where the door is. Found it. Thanks. Ow. Alright, I'm in. Getting us like made aware of our little incursion already. But you have the Master Sword. That sword shall shine in the darkness, casting black evil. With it in your hands, none can keep you from rescuing your sister. Do not be afraid. He says that now. That might change. But I digress. We should be just fine. also feel like almost every Zelda game involves some kind of ping pong scenario. We'll be seeing him again very soon. Before the Horde gets me. The Skull Hammer is mine. This mighty hammer can break things and pound obstacles into the ground. Some enemies even get stunned by the shockwaves it causes when you pound the ground with it. This way. No. These things get so annoying. Hey, buddy. Bonk. Ow. Ow. Alright. Wanted to have fun with the hammer. Man didn't want the hammer. Can I hit you from here? Alright. I can and I did. Nice. Nice. Don't think I can actually hit the man from here. There's a definite chance, but I don't know if this is gonna work. Here comes special guest, and there she goes. No. Okay. Let me just go this way. No, Moblins. Thank you. We can also completely avoid anything involving stealth here, because now that we actually have our weapon, we're not having to be careful about where we're going. Or at least less careful, for that matter. Oh yeah, I would not have been able to hit him from there, because This chunk was blocking the way. No laser. No laser. Just gonna ignore him and we're gonna move on. Facing the right way for this? Yes. Yep. Cool. That's a great angle of that. With the hammer. Now he's cautious. Man's petrified. Big brother. You're okay. I was worried. The cell won't open that easily. Who predicted it happening again? There you go, acting before you think, as usual. I swear, do you even realize that we had to draw that monster bird off for you? About to come flying in after you again. There's a connection. That sword. Where did you get that? Are you... Is it even possible? How could it be? Well, never mind about that. For now, we'll just take these girls. I'm sure their fathers back in town will pay a handsome reward for their return. So sorry to interrupt such a heartwarming reunion. But isn't there still something you need to take care of? Yeah. We got a big problem to deal with. Forget about your sister, don't be. I'll promise I'll deliver her safely back to your little island. I'm not expecting a huge reward for something like this, but this time, it's my treat. Listen, Ariel, your brother still has some important things to take care of. Big, important, grown-up things. He'll be back soon, so just you wait nice and quiet until he returns, okay? But big brother... Miss Tetra, we have to hurry. The bird will be here any second. Gonzo! Excellent. You're just in time. Take this one for me. But she's... She's fine. Just do as you're told. Big brother. just staring at like, yeah, I know. Hi. I'll be back. I swear it. Yeah. Sure. Here's your guest appearance for the day. I angle it just right, like it's like she's wearing the captain's hat. Alright, up we go. Excuse me, pardon me, thank you. I don't have any time to deal with the grunts. That was just bad timing on his part. Nice. I missed. Bonk. There we go. Alright, as we were. Let's do this. Mr. Giant Bud. The Helmaroc King. The Helmaroc King. Points. I'm not getting blown away. I refuse. Stand here all day. What? Ow. Man put his whole face into that lock. Again. If me hitting you in the face with the hammer is not enough of a skull fracture, I mean, that's gotta give you several concussions. quit doing that. Forget using the sword on the bird, use the hammer. Pop. Yeah. Mine. Very nice. So here he is. It's been a while, boy. You've done well to sneak into my fortress and wriggle your way all the way up here. I suppose the least I can do is commend you for your reckless courage. My name is Ganondorf, and I am the master of Forsaken Fortress. By the way, boy, when you drew that sword of yours out of its resting place, did you perchance notice how all the monsters frozen in time down there suddenly began stirring again? Do you understand precisely what that means? I highly doubt you do. Foolish child, well, that sword is indeed the blade of evil's bane. Sometimes it has long played another role. You see, it is also a sort of key. A most wretched little key that has kept the seal on me and my magic intact. By withdrawing the blade, you have broken that seal. Back to the reckless abandon. Dude got laid out. You cannot defeat me with a blade that does not sparkle with the power to repel evil. What you hold is useless. Go back to the world below and tell that to the pathetic fools who made this blade. Its power is gone. Its edges are dull. Get up! Plug! Stop! Let me go! You pathetic little sea rat! My Triforce of Power is resonating. At long last I have found you, Princess Zelda. What are you talking about? I don't know any Zelda. Feigning ignorance will gain you nothing. Tell me, if you are not Zelda, then why do you have this fragment of the Triforce? How did he do that? Well, the Rito's back. Hey, Baloo! Oh boy. Well, I think we're done. Well then. It's alright. She's barely lost consciousness. Your sister has escaped the Forsaken Fortress with the pirates. You can relax. She's safe now. Lord Balu, you arrived not a moment too soon. We are deeply grateful. The ancient Hylian text. I am aware of this, yet I thought our first priority should be to separate these two from Ganon's grasp. And off he goes. It's good to see him actually enjoying himself. Versus, getting his tail prodded with gum on his back. I will explain things later. Now we must return to the world beneath the sea. You alright? What is this place? Hey, and Ganondorf, what happened to him?
Hey!
What are you doing? You must come now to the room where you got the Master Sword. Who is using that stone? Just who are you? Him and I are the only ones who can speak through this stone. How dare you use what else yours? Your name is Tetra, correct? You must come with him to see me at once. Huh. Well, you sound important. Fine, we're on our way. Just hold your horses, whoever you are. What are you waiting for? You heard the stone. You're supposed to show me how to get to where that voice is. Well, let's go as the man states. Alright, we're going. Very good. Are you him? Are you the one who's speaking through my stone without my permission? Answer me. That stone is an enhanced version of the Gossip Stones, long spoken of in the legends of the Hyrulean royal family. I am the one who made it. You made it? The royal family's Gossip Stone? I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Have neither of you heard the tales of the kingdom spoken of in the legend of the great hero? The place where the power of the gods lies hidden. This place where the two of you now stand, is that kingdom. This is Hyrule. And I am its king, Afnes Nohansen Hyrule. Do you not recognize my voice? Indeed, I am the one who guided you here. I am the king of Red Lions. There was no need for me to reveal my true identity to you so long as that blade, the Master Sword, could defeat Ganon. But now both of you must listen to me. Once, long ago, this land of Hyrule was turned into a world of shadows by Ganon, who sought to obtain the power of the gods for his own evil ends. My power alone could not stop the fiend, and our only chance was to leave the fate of the kingdom in the hands of the gods. When the gods are pleased, they chose to seal away not only Ganon, but Hyrule itself. And so, with the torrential downpour of rains from the heavens, our fair kingdom was soon buried beneath the waves, forgotten at the bottom of the ocean. And it all was not lost, for the gods knew that to seal the people away with the kingdom would be to grant Ganon's wish for the destruction of the land. So before sealing of the kingdom, the gods chose those who would build a new country and commanded them to take refuge on the mountain tops. Those people were your ancestors. Hundreds of years have passed since then. So long as Ganondorf is not revived, Hyrule will remain below, never waking from its slumber. Tetra, come to me. This necklace you wear is a part of a sacred treasure called the Triforce of Wisdom, which has been passed down for many ages within the royal family of Hyrule. Your mother passed this down to you and instructed you to treasure it and to guard it with your life. Am I not correct? The Triforce of Wisdom is none other than the sacred power of the gods that we have kept from Ganon's clutches for so many long years. The gods placed upon your ancestors the task of protecting it from evil's grasp. You too must abide by the laws of the past, so the time has come for me to teach you the fate into which you were born, the very reason that you live. So becomes our new purpose. Blinding light and power. And so she is awakened to her true form. My fate. You are the true heir of the royal family of Hyrule, the last link in the bloodline. You are Princess Zelda. Zelda? I'm a princess? You are confused, aren't you? I suppose such is to be expected. I'm terribly sorry that you have been caught up in these events. But now that it is known that Tetra is indeed Princess Zelda, Ganon will be searching frantically for this child in an attempt to get the power of the gods she possesses. He will not rest until he has found her. If he succeeds, my ancient kingdom under the sea will be turned into a land of shadow and despair, and so will the world you know above the waves. I need you to lend me your strength in this dark hour. I have a suspicion about what has caused the Master Sword to lose its power. I need for you to come with me back to the lands above the water and return the power to repel evil to the Master Sword. Yes, Zelda. It is far too dangerous for you to join us in this task. Fortunately, the sacred chamber is not yet known to Ganon. It is my wish that you wait here in hiding until we return. We must go. Then leave we must. I don't know how to say this. Everything that's happened to you and to your poor sister, it's all been my fault. I'm so sorry. Still the happy-go-lucky boy that he is. Be careful. I mean, you also can't blame her as well. She just found out who she actually is, so there's good reason for it as well. But now we have our purpose. Back to the surface with us. Listen well. The fact that the Master Sword lost the power to repel evil suggests that to me that something has happened to the sages who infused the blade with the god's power. The sages should be in Hyrule, in the Wind Temple to the north and the Earth Temple to the south, praying to the gods. You must head for those two temples to see what has happened to the sages and attempt to find a way to recover the power to repel evil. Fortunately, Ganon seems to have erected some sort of magical barrier down here in Hyrule, blocking our path to the temples. But each temple should have another entrance high upon Hyrule's mountaintops, which are now the islands above the sea. As always, I shall mark these places on your sea chart. Now then, if we stay here much longer, we shall draw enemies' attention to Zelda's whereabouts. We must return to the surface immediately. No point in standing around waiting. We gotta go. Gotta go right now. Gotta go right now. Do you know the legend of the Hero of Time? Once long ago, he defeated Ganon and brought peace to the Kingdom of Hyrule. Given those of you that have watched the Ocarina of Time playthrough will know exactly what he's referring to. A piece of the Triforce was given to the Hero of Time and he kept it safe, much as Zelda kept hers. That sacred piece is known as the Triforce of Courage. When the Hero of Time was called to embark on another journey and left the land of Hyrule, he was separated from the elements that made him a hero. It is said that at the time the Triforce of Courage was split into 8 shards and hidden throughout the land. Even I do not know where they rest, but this much I do know. They lie hidden somewhere in this great sea. The Triforce of Courage is the only key that will once again open the doorway to Hyrule. You must search for it. And we will search for it later. First, we gotta set the sages free. But before we do that, we got some things to do. Namely, if we're gonna get to the Earth Temple, we gotta be able to lift boulders the size of buildings. And for the wind, we gotta go up against actual windstorms. But first, let's meet a new face. Tell me, little boy, can you control the wind? So young, to have such power. How did you know to find me here? I am the queen of the fairy world. What is the matter, my child? Does that not surprise you, young one? I like you, and so I shall give you new power to the bow that you wield. Powers of fire and ice have been added to your arrows. When you take out your bow, press the R button to change arrowheads, then fire away. Ice arrows can freeze the hottest flames, and fire arrows can melt the coldest ice. The berries in this fountain will ease your weariness. Use them as you need to. You heard a clatter from the next room. Ignore it. It was my controller hitting the floor. And if anyone was or anybody's watching and figuring out what that was the noise that you probably heard over the microphone. Pink, you gotta hold on to your controller a little bit better. Child, I must tell you, you are just my type. Queen of the fairy world. Again, it's fair to say, Link is the ladies' man. It was an accident. I knocked it off the couch arm by accident. Well, as long as you're okay, that's fine. I mean, again, those of you in chat that can understand the back to blank, again, dropping a controller is one thing. Agreed? Man. People can be fixed, and controller can be replaced. But I prefer not to hear the fact of someone barging in on stream saying, hey, I broke my arm today. I mean, I'm sure many of you can probably relate. You're watching something, you're doing something inside the corner, out of the shadows of the room, you just hear a thud sound, and it's like, who's hurt and what happened? But now that we're here, and I'm glad to say that my veggies/fruits are doing well and good. Also, I thought you said you weren't going to be able to be on stream, Pink. I thought you said you weren't feeling well. But I mean, you're here, so that's a progress point. But you're here regardless, and that's what counts, and I appreciate it. I took a one and a half hour nap today. I'm wide awake right now. I mean, fair. You might be up late then, if that's the case, but we'll see. Now, let us douse a violent volcanic eruption. Whee! Timer set. 5 minutes. Go, go, go. Excuse me, bird. Come back here, I'll freeze you. Not that way. Or maybe that way. Nope, not that way. Keep testing it, it's gonna happen. Steppy step. This guy's really pushing his luck here. Oh boy. Broadside. You gotta hit it broadside. At least the timer stops when you get into the portal. Into the inside of the volcano, like, oh. In chat, I may have asked this in the previous stream before, but I want to ask it again, given the context of what we're doing. Given the reference of the fire and ice arrows, I want to know, in your opinion, if you could pick between the two of the powers, what would you want? Would you want to have ice control, or would you want to have pure control over fire? Think about that for a little bit. Got the power bracelets. Both arms are now stronger than ever. Alright. Now we can get out of here. Yeah, I just left a stone the size of a friggin' house. No big deal. None at all. Fine. Now then. Now that I can lift the giant stones. Change the wind. Go that way. Nice. First 6-4 time song. The Earth God's lyric. We should have more than enough time to set ourselves up for the next chunk of story. O great hero, chosen by the Master Sword. My name is Naruto. I am a Zora sage. For an age I offered my prayers here in the Earth Temple, praying that the power to repel evil would ever remain within the Master Sword. And yet, unfortunately, due to Ganondorf's evil designs, my sword you hold has lost this power. After his defeat at the hands of the Hero of Time, Ganondorf was sealed away, but not for all time. He was revived, and he returned to Hyrule in a red wrath. He attacked this temple and stole my soul, knowing that he had to remove the power contained in that enchanted blade. In order to return the power to repel evil to your sword, you must find another to take my stead in this temple, and ask the gods for their assistance. You must find the one who carries on my bloodline, the one who holds this sacred instrument. Anyone know who that is? It's blatantly obvious. Nothing can stop the flow of time or the passing of generations, but the fate carried within my bloodline endures the ravages of all the years. It survives. The song you just conducted is the one which will open the eyes of the new sage and awaken within that sage the melody that will carry our prayers to the gods. The door that blocks your way will only open when the sage plays that song. May the winds of fortune blow with you. Well, you heard the sage. I know exactly where we're going. If nobody has caught on to it yet, it all makes sense in a second. Oh, I hear the strummy strum. Out the door we go. This way. You guys can hear the trills on the microphone. This is a good mic. Ah, you're okay. You know, Prince Kamali's been asking about all your adventures. I can rest easy now that I've seen you safe and sound with my own eyes. Prince Kamali's turned into a fine young adult, hasn't he? Recently, he's even begun doing things on his own, without my guidance. Every conversation sounds up being centered around you, though. Watching Prince Kamali grow up fills me with pride, but it makes me a little sad as well. I wonder if this is how a mother feels. Oh, but just listen to me go on, how weird I must sound. Well, I better continue practicing so I can be useful around here, too. Performing music like this is an important duty of an attendant. Maybe a bit of an introduction? Is that the Wind Waker? Wow. Will you conduct me? Wonder how I'll do. If only she knew. What a mysterious song. It sounds so familiar. It's almost as if something I've forgotten is trying to be remembered. I feel sleepy. now you. Just now a sage spoke to me. She spoke so gently. There's something that I must do. Thanks to you, I've been awakened to the knowledge that I am a sage of the Earth Temple. There's actually something that I can do to help this world. It's incredible. But my teacher knew all about this. Please, you must take me to the Earth Temple. We must hurry and wake the power to repel evil that sleeps within the Master Sword. Let's go now, quickly and quietly. Oh, Kamari. I just want him to remember me as a simple attendant. Sage says, and as Medley makes a point. Point wasting time. Places to go, things to do, and people to meet. And here we go. She's sitting side saddle on the edge of the boat, or the edge of the ship. Just the instance of like, yeah, no big deal. Medley, listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The temple ahead is a nest of medieval creature. The same creature that stole the life of your predecessor, the sage, is a dark and frightening place. That is why, if you do nothing else, then at least do this. If he comes near you and presses this to call you, then be silent and follow closely behind him. And if he presses this, allow him to lift you, and if need be, fly and carry him through the air. And you, if Medley gets stuck and cannot continue, use the Windmaker to conduct the song you learned at the Tower of the Gods. Do you remember? Do you understand? Protect each other you should. The power to repel evil should surely be returned to the Master Sword. we go. And here we will pause because I don't know what to try to rush through this temple in half an hour. Plus, I feel like it's going to be an even better part if we end up doing both of the temples back to back in the next chunk. So, I'm going to go ahead and leave the part here a little bit earlier than expected. But it means we're going to have the entirety of the next part to do both of the dungeons and save both of the future sages. Get Middle Eater place and get the Wind Temple set up for the next go around. But, in any consideration, I do hope you guys enjoyed. I've been enjoying playing this again, as always. But, if you're enjoying it, like, comment, follow, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Again, it's free. Helps me. But in any case, I'm glad you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Remember, guys and gals, the Void's always willing to listen to those who want to be heard. I'm willing to listen if we're willing to be here. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you next time.